Oh, how's it going? It's good to see you. How you been? No, I was just going to go in for a dip. Nah, nothing like that. I wasn't going to do any hunting. Not here, not today, nah. Seals! You know what they say about the seal hunting, don't you? Of course you do, man. The old story from up Cathness way. Aye. Oh man, all the best stories come from Cathness, especially when they come to seals. You don't know it? No worries, I'll stop teasing you, I'll tell you. Let me just dump my bag, it's a bit heavy. We're still waiting for that high tide, so we've got a bit of time, you know. We'll see. What have I got? I got my wetsuit. Lovely. I've got my bonnet. Fantastic. Got my rag. Fantastic. Now, you were asking about the seal story. To be honest, I think calling it the seal story is not fair. It's more the seal killer story. Now, I can't tell you his name because I need to keep it a secret. But at the time, a couple hundred years ago now, he was the best seal hunter in Cathness. Now, that was a bloody business, that was. What they used to do, they would sneak up on the seals when they come up onto the sand, especially when they had pups. And they'd take their long knives and they'd kill the seal to take its pelt. Now the pelt was very valuable, especially up here in Scotland. It's rather cold because the pelt was warm. There was other things to take from the seal as well: blubber, meat, the bones, everything got used. Because of that, the seal was highly prized. And if you were a good seal catcher, there was a lot of money to be made, you know. So, the richest man in the country tended to be the seal hunter, and the best one at that. Now the best seal hunter, again, like I said, I can't reveal his name, lived up in a place called Cathness, up in the north. I think I've talked about it before. And every day he'd go out and he'd catch seals, hundreds of seals sometimes. He was ruthless, and he'd come back, I'm sorry to say, covered in blood from his day's hunting. Now, he killed so many seals that one day death came to visit him. He was standing on the top of the cliff, looking out east onto the North Sea, and death came to visit. He rode a big black horse with a big, long coat. And he looked down at the seal hunter from up his horse, and he says, "Seal hunter, come with me." "I will not," says the seal hunter. For you are death, and mean to do me harm." "No," says death. "If you come with me, I promise you, on my soul and yours, that no harm will come to you." Says the seal hunter. "Okay, I'll come. On your word be it." And with that he jumps onto the back of the horse, and they ride off. They ride faster and faster, and they cross the entirety of Scotland, from Cathness to Wester Ross and out into the Western Isles. And they hop and they hop and they jump and they fly straight off the end of the cliff. Splash into the water they go, and they're swimming down into the deep black. And death has a firm grip, a death grip on the man, you could say, as he drags him down into the depth. Before he drowns, an air bubble encompasses them both, and the horse, if you're wondering. And they keep sinking deeper and deeper until the light appears from beneath and illuminates the depths in the black. And the light comes from a magnificent palace at the bottom of the ocean. They get deeper and deeper until they're stood outside the front doors of the palace. Is there gold arches coming up, and with death and the seal killer, tiniest specks underneath, but the doors open wide and admits them into the castle. They found the most extraordinary thing inside. Thousands and thousands of seals, feasting and celebrating and happy. enjoying a wonderful celebration of life, of liberty, in the fact that the sea is theirs and they are the sea. And as they go through the celebration, the seal hunter is very confused. What are all these seals doing? He says. They, says the Death, they are celebrating the treaty with the most dangerous man they know. Ha! Says the seal hunter. They're celebrating a treaty with the most dangerous man they know. Yes. Sounds awful familiar now. They carry on further. They carry on further through the celebrations, and they come to a group of seals. They're very sad. They all droopy walrus moustaches and tears rolling down their eyes. What's wrong with these seals? The seal hunter asks Death. I am here for them, says Death. For their leader, their king, was stabbed brutally by the man they now claim peace with. This man stabbed his dagger into the king and he will now die. That's why I'm here, says the seal hunter. Now the sad seals look up and they see Death and they cower with fear, for they know their king is about to be taken. And some curious eyes look at the seal hunter. What's this guy doing here? Wait, is that not the guy that not days before stabbed our king? And the sad seals get angry. How could the seal hunter kill our king? Now, the seal hunter had no idea a few days ago that while out hunting and killing, he had stabbed the king of the seals. And in fact, the king of the seals was a rather strong character, a massive seal, and had swum away with his favourite knife, no less. And he'd forgotten all about it. Ha! Not now. He's remembered. He's cowering for the size of these seals, and he's in their lair. And Death stands up taller, just a little bit, but enough to cast a shadow across the whole room until there's silence. This man did hurt your king, he said, but he also has the ability to protect him from me. That's why I brought him. You celebrate a truce now, but I can make it happen. Come with me, he says, and he takes the sad seals and the seal killer and many of the happy seals who are now a little bit confused into the back room where they find the ill king. Sure enough, there's a big old seal in there with a big old crown and a big old knife sticking out his big old dowels. It's the seal killer's favourite knife. Of course, he recognises it immediately. Death takes him to one side and goes, listen. If you want to get out here alive, you need to take that knife from the king. It's the only thing you can do to help revive the king, and it's the only thing that's going to stop these seals killing you. I don't mind not taking the king today, if it means holding my promise to you, says the seal killer. Alright. The seals go quiet. The seal killer steps up and he grabs the knife with both hands. He braces himself. He tugs and he tugs and he pulls the knife out of the seal. The seal roars, rage and anger and hurt. But then is calm. For Death hasn't come for him. Death stands there. Does nothing. And the wound heals. The king sits up. His droopy walrus moustache becomes a little bit less droopy, and he smiles. The other seals are ecstatic. They love it. Their king's back. Everyone's cheering and clapping, and no one pays any attention to the seal killer, who's now holding a rather big knife. They all go out and they continue partying, but so much louder than before. That's good, says Death. How is it they can keep partying, even before we came, when their king was dying? Asked the seal hunter. Because I can't take them all at once, says Death. And with that, he grabs the scruff of the seal killer's coat, and they launch up through the open window at the top of the room, through the deep dark sea and up to the top of the cliffs above Cathness. And they stood there back in the wind and rain, which they were protected for, at the bottom of the sea. You wouldn't think that, would you? But they were. The seal hunter goes, Death, how am I going to earn my money? I was the best seal hunter around, and yes, I've got my knife back, but I can't do anything. Ah, says Death, I thought you might say that. And I discussed it with the seals, and we've come to an agreement. We had a truce because they bribed me not to take their king yet. We've discussed it and decided to give you the bribe. And with that, he threw down a massive bag of treasure. It's clearly taken from all the pirate ships that sink around Cathness. And the man picks it up and he's staggering under this fair weight of gold. Take that, says Death. You should be alright. And I'll see you in many years' time. With that, he rides away. You know what? He was right. Death did see him in many years' time. And until then, he became known as the Great Seal Protector, which many people may have heard of. And he also became the richest man in Scotland. For the next few years, you could always see him with his favourite knife and a very nice looking new cardigan up and down the coasts, watching out for one of the seal hunters. Enjoy your swim, guys.